question?
Basically, about he said that you called in the video, the RANT video, the football lads to come down. Now, I was in conversation with the protest that we was going to do to save the statues days before the RANT come out.
So there was already a protest organised by Chelsea, Millwall, West Ham. Before I went on my rant, yeah? Those football hooligans were already coming to London. That was before I went on my rant.
That was before that. So we was already going to go there. So Tommy didn't incite people to go there because we was already going to go there.
When you say we, who are we? Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah, when you say we was going to go there, just black people
British
in general?
people.
Right, okay.
Black, white, whoever's
Right.
British.
Football
And that's, yeah.
Are you part of the FLA?
I'm not, no, I've got no connection with
Okay,
them.
okay.
I'm
All right.
just myself.
Right,
So,
okay. No, I'm just trying to figure out.
Right, so it wasn't because, the rant wasn't because of, the people weren't coming down because of the rant, basically. But do you think that when you put your video out afterwards about what happened, you're actually throwing fire on the rant afterwards, so more people will look at it and then say, oh, because Sarah says, could it be racial? Could it be because of this? Because, you know? But do you think you're throwing fire onto something that's
onto
not...
me?
Like I said, right, black people are reactionary people.
Yeah.
They're not a proactionary people. Had I not seen that, there would have been no video. I reacted to that video.
You realise that I reacted to burning the wall, burning the flag, smashing up the centre tower.
Yeah, but the way in which you reacted...
Yeah, but you do understand that was reactionary. Totally reactionary.
Yeah, I understand, but the way you...
Have you seen the images of them burning the flag?
I haven't, I'm not going to lie to you.
You need to see it because she gets up in front of everyone cheering, and in fact then the other images, I put it into my hour-long video, fuck the Union Jack, fuck the Union Jack. The other images of a black hand punching a white face on a big banner that they're holding up. All of these things played a part in why I went on that rant. I know people just saw the rant, but you don't see what I'm watching before that. Did you see the image of the young boy getting booted everywhere? The young white boy is 17 years old while they're booting him, talking about 400 years of slavery. Or the other boy, they lift up his top and they start, I put it all into my video. They start juking him in the back, little white lads, and they're all screaming at him and jumping all over him. All of these things, my head did explode and I accept it exploded. But all of these things I see as a problem of race-bait politics. And I see as getting, the far left can't win an election through votes. They cannot do it, okay? So what's next? Bring down the system. How do they bring down the system? Well, those little scruffy middle class wimps from Antifa can't bring down the system. So who are they going to use? The black community. The black, disenfranchised, angry youth. We'll wind them up about historical abuses. We'll flood all these false headlines, flood all this false narrative, which are, look, if you go through BLM, hands up, don't shoot, lie. The original shooting that what they said was by a white supremacist, lie. The police officer who shot him was Hispanic. There's lie after lie after lie. This organisation lies. And the purpose of it, to get young, angry black men out on the streets to riot and do what they can't do. And that's what I see happening. And my rant was as much as, not just because I'm angry in that, I'm angry about the black community being used. I'm angry about it. Sorry, I interrupted you.
And also, with actual Black Lives Matter now, you said earlier on, and I'm so glad that Tommy didn't answer it because I feel you was guiding him down a little path when you said about nationalists, okay? I am a black British nationalist. I'm proud of my country. So would you now say, because now you know that I'm one of the people who went to support the statues because it's my country. In the rant, I saw nothing wrong because he said our statues, our this. Believing for me, when I've seen it, it means ours as British, no matter where you were.
No matter what colour.
No matter what colour, what sexual orientation, whatever. You're British, they're going to destroy something, a bit like what IS did when they went to take over the Arab lands. They took down the statues. So that's the first bit. So when I heard that, I had a totally different reaction. But I'm a black British nationalist. But would you say then my life doesn't matter so much now?
What do you mean? No, of course your life matters. What do you mean?
What do you mean? Because...
Do I think that your life doesn't matter so much?
Yeah, because now I'm a black British... You said about nationalism, try and cap that line of saying you're a white nationalist, you're a black nationalist, you know?
Yeah, but I don't wish to do anything to people's lives.
So,
your life matters, bro.
Black Lives Matter, as the organisation, wouldn't support me for that reason.
Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
wouldn't support you
Yeah.
because you are
Because
black
I'm
British.
proud black British.
Well, I'm not Black
nationalist.
Lives Matter, bro.
Well,
So.
would you say because you're black nationalist as well? That's what I'm saying. You're black nationalist, but you
Yeah,
don't
but that's
see
got nothing to do with
England
Black
as
Lives Matter.
Keep it to the questions and then
All right.
and otherwise it becomes circular.
Right.
So you made your point. So
All right, cool. Next question.
I did 10 years as a military soldier, and what I saw that they did to the monuments and stuff, yeah, it was really bad, and I didn't like what I saw neither. But I look at that and I think I can distinguish whether they're just idiots. Am I going to tie them to the brush with everybody that was marching that day? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And I feel like what you said was having a pop at everybody, and it was going to cause friction. And that's what I felt when I listened to what you said. And I personally think that what I've been through and what I've experienced as a soldier, I just don't get why you would have said what you said, to be honest with you.
Do we distinguish that difference with other organisations? If the English Defence League rioted and smashed up, say, a mosque, or something like that, would we distinguish and say, but, well, hold on a minute, the majority of them were sound. The majority of them were there doing something else.
But on that day, there was thousands of people.
I'm aware, but the thousands of people, and again, my problem with it was, I can't believe there's thousands of people marching under that banner, knowing what that banner is.
But we've already distinguished today.
That they didn't know what the banner was?
Know about this.
But I find that pretty ridiculous that people are getting behind a cause without understanding.
I think, as I know, and most of the people probably in this room know why black people were marching on that day.
Yeah.
We all know what the real reasons were. Do you know? I've spoken to black people.
What were the real reasons?
It's
in
all
London?
about, it's being treated the same as a white person.
So do you think from that demonstration that day, because I'll show you the videos, a black hand punching a white face on a banner?
But is that all you was looking at? Was you not looking
I looked
the
through.
big picture?
I looked through the demonstration. I saw fuck the Union Jack, fuck the Union Jack. I saw racism, which was that. I saw another black girl when she walked past a police officer and a police officer said all lives matter. She said, fuck you, no they don't. I watched multiple things and I know that organisation. So I know who's pushing it, I know what's driving it, I know the purpose of it, and I saw it as being very successful within 2 weeks in our country. So you're right, because many of my friends have got this angry because they got behind the sentiment Black Lives Matter. To set the record straight, I totally believe Black Lives Matter. Yeah, totally. Again, if it was a march for equality, that wasn't a march for equality. That was organised, orchestrated. If you look at the slogans that were sprayed on the war memorials, they were anarchist slogans. The infiltration, or I've seen the word infiltration of this movement, but it's not an infiltration of this movement. I've seen the BBC come out recently saying, oh, the organisation's been infiltrated. It was formed 9 years ago by trained Marxists. It's had this purpose from day dot. It's had this reasoning from day dot. This has not been infiltrated or hijacked. This is what the movement is. It's like taking the KKK in America and then the KKK coming here and saying, yeah, but they're supporting certain white things. And some white person's been murdered, so we're marching under the banner KKK. It's like, no, the banner KKK means a lot more. Well, Black Lives Matter, once you do your research, executed 11 police officers in 1 year. Yeah? Black man murdered 5 of them and said his purpose for doing so was because they was white police officers. If you look at what that organisation has done, what's the definition of terrorism? The latest leader, the leader in this country, Gary McFarlane, who was put on the radio as the leader of Black Lives Matter, when he was asked that question,
Tommy,
are you proud?
Like I said, you know about the 2006 police report, right?
My problem is that's not a banner that anyone should be marching under. And in fact,
what is the definition of terrorism?
Formula One this week showed that.
I'm not condoning, right, the murder of police officers, but I'm saying, like I said, it's reactionary. If we already know this is what has been going on for decades amongst black people, listen, when people are aggrieved, Tommy, they're going to push back. Okay. And I'm not condoning the violence, but that's actually what's going to happen.
But a fact is that you're 18.5 times more likely to be shot as a police officer by a black man than you are as a black man by a police officer. 18.5 times more likely. That's a fact. I don't like the police. I don't like the police in this country. I generally don't like the establishment. What I'm saying is it has to be based on truths. If people are getting angry that they're willing to go tear down things and riot and kill and murder and shoot people and kill people, it can't be based on false narratives. It can't.
We will make America great again.